Hi, everyone. Senator Joe Addabbo here. Welcome to another edition of Where Do We Go From Here? I have the honor of representing the 15th Senatorial District in Queens. We're into May, and May 25th is National Tap Dance Day. First signed by President Bush in 1989, and my guest here is going to tell me why it was May 25th. But tap dance really it brings so many cultures together and traditions together. We've all heard of Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers and Gregory Hines, and over the years, tap dance has become very, very popular. Festivals, events bring people together. They promote awareness of tap dance, but it is just a very special occasion, and many people don't know about May 25th being National Tap Dance Day. But with me to encourage us and enlighten us all is my good friend Anthony Lo Cascio, Executive Director and founder of the Taplife Hero Foundation. Anthony, how's it going?
It's going very well. Thank you for having me today.
May 25th. You're going to tell us why it's May 25th.
May 25th because that is Bill Bojangles Robinson's birthday. And he is considered a very prominent figure in tap dance.
Right.
So they did it on his birthday, which was really appropriate.
Very fitting.
Yes.
Very fitting.
Yes.
Why is it so important? Tap dance, National Tap Dance Day. Why? Why is it so important?
Yeah, well, National Tap Dance Day is set aside to recognize tap dance as one of America's greatest original art forms. It honors the legacy, brilliance, and contributions of the artists who built it, especially Black artists, whose influence shaped not only tap dance, but American entertainment and culture as a whole. It's been very influential and it's important. It matters because tap dance is not just about steps. It's history, rhythm, resilience, identity, and community. And it deserves to be celebrated and protected and passed on.
I agree. We want to promote it. We want to make it aware. Is that what the Taplife Hero Foundation does?
Yeah, absolutely. So Taplife Hero Foundation, we're a champion for tap dance, and that means different things to different people. Right. If you're a tap dancer, you need support. If you're a tap teacher, you need mentorship. Or if you're a student, you need mentorship. If you're a studio, you need to find your community. So more studios could come together, and then we could bring the art form into the community, right? Because people don't know that tap dancing is there anymore all the time. A lot of people, when you say tap dancing, they say, oh, isn't that a dying art form? Well, sure, because tap dancing used to be the special effects of movies, like the art, the dancing, the movement. That was like the best CGI of the art forms. Like they always wanted the tap dancers. Whenever the show was struggling, they always had to get the tap dancers on stage. It brings the audience back. And we want it to be accessible to everyone who needs it and doesn't know they need it. Because as Diane Walker says, a very famous tap dancer, secretly, deep down, everyone wishes they could tap dance.
I do. Maybe you'll teach me. Not today. But the idea here is during those old movies, right? The Ginger Rogers and Fred Astaire. It was a big production. You got to see tap dance. Even as you go on, Gregory Hines and so forth. But it was a big production back then. And even so, it carries forward over the years, and it's still a major art form.
Yeah, I mean, they came together. They did the movie Tap a couple of years ago, which had Gregory Hines. And my favorite tap, I got to meet Gregory Hines twice. Great to meet him. Nicest guy. Came to see Tap Dogs. He remembered me when I ran into him again on the street, which was super impressive to me. But my favorite tap dancer is also in that movie, Sammy Davis Jr., who's my ultimate favorite tap dancer. That's the one I remember growing up when I watched entertainment on television, when, variety shows really were about what we saw on TV, not a competition of the arts. I think competition of the arts kind of like sways the public to think, well, that's the most important one. I need to learn that one right now. And then it kind of makes other ones feel like they're not as important because of whatever the trending thing is. Right. And, it's okay, but it's just good to know that all art's valuable. You don't have to make it compete with other art to determine which one is the most valuable.
Right. It is another art form. And it's, again, a growing art form. But sometimes we need to raise awareness. And that's, I think, what National Tap Dance Day does. Again, we have an event coming up. But the idea here is about bringing people together and making awareness. So you have a 10th anniversary coming up.
Yes.
Please tell our listeners Why is it so important? You have a 10th anniversary of what, though? Go ahead.
Yes. So we have the 10th anniversary of our National Tap Dance Day celebration in Queens, New York. We first started as like this flash mob on the beach. Absolutely, over in Rockaway Boulevard, over in Rockaway Beach.
Yeah.
And then eventually we needed more space. I wanted to bring more flooring in. I wanted to make it, an event that served more people in the community. So we moved over to Forest Park. Last year was the first year we did that. It went really well. And this year we're there for the 10th anniversary. There's consistency, there's care. It keeps bringing people together. It makes people happy.
You had a special event coming up, but you have a special anniversary, 10 years. What is the 10th year anniversary?
So the 10th year anniversary, yeah. So this started on Rockaway Beach on the boardwalk. It's like a flash mob.
Oh.
Yeah, and then eventually it grew. We had more online presence. People wanted to come in from other states to come be part of it. We had people coming from Mexico, and then eventually for the 9th year, I kind of did this thing in Forest Park where it moved over. We could have more audience members. We could have a different kind of event. It could grow, and we started honoring a champion for tap dance. So this year we're honoring the Rockettes of Color alumni.
Wow.
Yeah. So that we're going to have some of the Rockettes of Color alumni on hand. And I'm hoping I'm going to get to personally introduce them to you at the show.
Okay, definitely want to be there.
Good.
Is it a special anniversary for the Rockets of Color too?
This is their 41st anniversary.
Right.
So last year was a big year for Radio City. It was the 100th anniversary of the Rockettes and the 40th anniversary for Roca. And this year, we're going to have Roca with us.
I think that's great. Now, the event is May 24th. At Forest Park, right? The big show. If anybody's in town, May 24th in Woodhaven, Forest Park.
And very family friendly and early in the day.
Right.
11 to 3.
11 to 3. Yeah. 11 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Very accessible.
But the idea of honoring the Rockets of Color, I think that's a phenomenal highlight. I think there's the Rockettes. You think, of course, that. I've seen the show. It's great. But that's a great idea.
Yeah. I mean, just alone, you can't be part of the most iconic dance company in the world unless you know how to tap dance. And for any of the young girls out there that want to grow up to be young ladies and precision dancers and have dreams of being in Radio City Music Hall, you gotta know how to tap dance. This is not optional. So it's still very relevant there, and I appreciate how they carry on the tradition of that album.
I'm excited because I will be there, and I can't wait to meet one of the Rockettes, a former Rockette, right? But when somebody does go to your event, May 24th, what do they expect to see? What do they expect to experience and enjoy? Because it's fun. I've been there last year. It was fun. But what do they expect?
Yeah, so, and when people arrive, like around 11, I'm just going to be setting the mood, having some music going, talking to people, getting to introduce myself so they know the people that are actually doing the thing. And then I'm going to try this new thing where I have tap shoes in the park with me, and people can get their hands on a pair of tap shoes. Basic beginner, don't need to know how to tap dance before. I'm going to teach a basic beginner tap class on the stage that the show will happen on later in the day. So I'm going to teach you basic beginner tap class, and I know the tap class is going to focus on the shim sham, so we have a very historical element. The shim sham is like the tap dancers' national anthem. And yes, and if you're a tap dancer, some point in your career, you're going to hear about this piece of choreography that was originally choreographed by Willie Bryant and Dr. Leonard Reed, who became a doctor of dance when they had Oklahoma City University's 9 Doctors of Dance ceremony, and they made tap dance academic.
Wow.
Yes. So I'll be teaching the class. I'll be teaching that piece of choreography and talking a little bit about it. Then we'll all do that piece of choreography together. Then the tap dancers and performers that are going to perform later that day. Traditionally, the tap dancers don't get to warm up because it disrupts the ongoings of the quiet of the house when people are walking in for the show. So they used to keep the tap dancers upstairs when, it's a whole thing. I can talk to you about it all day. But as far as the event goes, we're going to let the tap dancers come early, and we're going to have an onstage jam so people could kind of like have a behind the scenes insight as to what happens before we have to be quiet and the show starts, right? And then we'll have the show, we'll have a presentation. The Rockets of Color will be there. Like we said, hopefully you'll be there with us. We'll honor them to open up the official show. Then we'll have a tap concert with amateurs from out of state and from tap companies from Queens and solo artists and choreographers who will present our show. We will end with Lucky to Be Alive because Frank Persico will be there and he will do a live mini concert for us.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And then we'll culminate with Lucky to Be Alive and one more round of the Shim Sham. And ta-da, we'll have our day. And this year we're introducing some vendors. So we're going to have empanada on the rise and on-site gelato on hand. So if you're there in the park, you can really make a day of it. And it's family-friendly event. So bring the kids.
Music, dance, food. You got everything going on.
I don't play.
You know, this is good for the 10th anniversary. I think that's special.
Yeah,
that's special.
It
really is a special event. I hope you can. That's May 24th at Forest Park. Now, the name of the show is Where Do We Go From Here?
Yes.
You've been out there advocating. You've been out there pushing, right? So tell me, where do we go from here with tap dancing?
Yeah. Well, we go forward, we go together, and we include the whole community. We offer support where people need it, especially if they're teachers or if they're students who are seeking this out, and make people aware that the support exists. This right here is a great thing to do because it reaches people who typically wouldn't know about it, who wouldn't know about the art form. And I mean, really, you want to make sure children especially are getting it because they'll hold the legacy and pass it on next. As far as anywhere else to go, you go to Forest Park.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're also very instrumental in advocating that men should get that basically this is not just an art form for women, that tap dance men really should get involved in tap dance.
Yes, I mean, Gene Kelly was a male tap dancer. We mentioned Sammy Davis Jr., Fred Astaire, Bill Robinson himself.
Right.
There's really weird stigmas that are associated with it. Still, even to this day, I'm 50. I'm going to be 54 years old in a couple of days, and to this day, when I meet somebody, the first inclination is that there must be some sort of thing associated with me because I'm a dancer
and you're male,
and I'm male.
Right.
And it's like, well, I'm 54 years old. Are we done with this? Have you learned the lesson yet? Like, come on. So just be aware that just because you don't know about something, it doesn't mean that you have the right to comment on something or find it or make fun of it or just
you're right.
Put it in some sort of category. You don't know about it. Learn about it. Ask questions instead of making assumptions. That's true for all things in life. If you ask questions instead of making assumptions, you typically build better, longer lasting relationships.
Very true. Yeah. Very true. Anthony Lo Cascio, again, founder and executive director of Taplife Hero Foundation.
Absolutely.
Doing great work. I didn't know, I'm sure many of my listeners and watchers didn't know about May 25th being National Tap Dance Day. So you're raising awareness already.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate
it. Well, doing a great job.
Thank you.
May 24th, Forest Park, Woodhaven. Be there, be square. Thank you very much, everyone. Welcome to another edition. Again, thank you for listening to Where Do We Go From Here? Joe Addabbo signing off. Thank you so much. Have a great day.